here in the United States, we need to all prepare for an imminent recession. That is not just coming from economists. That is also coming from President Trump himself. President Trump says there is going to be immediate pain and we need to be prepared. Now, today, I want to play a clip. This clip is from yesterday where President Trump was talking to Fox News, and they were trying to press President Trump to just say something regarding the stock market, because the stock market, even today, continues to sell off because investors are worried about a recession. Now, I'm going to break this down in just a moment, explain what is going on, but you need to hear what President Trump is saying, because this is giving us a very clear indication of what the U.S. economy is going to look like over the next several months or potentially several years. So I'll break all this down in just a moment, but all I ask is one thing. It takes 2 seconds. Go ahead, hit that like button if you enjoy these daily updates. And now let's begin. So yes, the U.S. economy is about to change, but look at this. It says Trump won't rule out a recession in 2025. He says, I hate to predict things like that. Now, here's what a recession is going to look like, and this is why it's a problem. A recession means higher unemployment numbers. We have less spending, okay? We have a weaker labor market, which is actually due to consumer demand. This is what is going to happen. We know it's going to occur. We don't know how long this will drag on for, and we don't know to what extent. But we do know there is a lot of concerns right now regarding the U.S. economy. Now, I want to play you this clip. Okay, listen to what is being asked and listen to how President Trump answers this. And I'll jump in and add a few things as we go. Listen to this.
Because there are rising worries about a slowdown. You've got the Atlanta Federal Reserve saying we're going to have a contraction in the first quarter. Look, I know that you inherited a mess, and you said that the other night.
I've only been here,
but are you expecting a recession this year?
I hate to predict things like that. There is a period of transition because what we're doing is very big. We're bringing wealth back to America. That's a big thing.
So he doesn't answer the question as to, are we going to see a recession? He says there's going to be a period of transition. That is essentially his way of saying that, yes, there's going to be pain, and if it is what we deem a recession, that is what it is. But it's going to be a period of transition. Okay? Let's keep listening.
And there are always periods of, it takes a little time. It takes a little time. But I think it should be great for us. I mean, I think it should be great. It's going to be great ultimately for the farmer. You know, don't forget, I made the deal with China on the farmers where they had to buy $50 billion worth of product. $50 billion from 15 to 50.
Did they follow up and do it?
They did it when I was president. What happened is when Biden was president, they didn't buy any longer. Yeah, because there was nobody to call them. I used to call President Xi. I said, you got to do me a favor. You got to, live up to that agreement. And he was great. He did.
Before,
I want to jump in here again. So President Trump said that when he was first president, okay, he made China buy $50 billion of goods from farmers. That was great. I have friends that do have farms, and they said that was great. They were doing very well in 2018, 2019, and then everything obviously hit in 2020, 2021, and things were tough, right? Now they're looking at trying to sell their farm because they're just struggling. But what President Trump is saying is he's trying to bring wealth back to the United States. That's exactly what we need. We need to bring the wealth back to the U.S. We need companies that are hiring here inside the U.S., that are building and manufacturing chips and cars and furniture and tools, right? We need that here inside the U.S. because if we have that here, we have greater control, not only over our pricing, but our supply as well. With China, the problem with China is They're just building, send it all to other countries, and the prices just collapse. Okay, let's keep listening though.
Before you came into the Oval Office the first time, you were a very successful businessman, very successful real estate executive. And a lot of people said, oh, this is the business president. This is it. He's watching the stock market. He knows all about, he doesn't want the market to go down. And now we've got tariffs and the market has been going down.
Well, not much. I mean,
he says not much. Some things have actually gone up. When you look at some stocks, Elon Musk isn't doing Tesla any favors when they're sold off, 50%, right? Tesla's just struggling. But yes, the stock market in many cases is something that is very difficult for investors to be in right now. Many are moving away towards bonds. Okay, but let's keep listening to this.
In all fairness,
you said, look, we're going to have a disruption, but we're okay with that. Is that what you meant? The stock market going down was the disruption? What other disruption were you alluding to?
Look, what I have to do is build a strong country. You can't really watch the stock market. If you look at China, they have a 100-year perspective. We have a quarter. We go by quarters.
That's true.
Right there, he says, I'm trying to build a country. He's not building a company. He's not worried about investors coming in. Yeah, in some cases he is. But he's trying to build something strong long term. By doing so, he has to change the way we've been conducting ourselves. And one of the ways he's doing that is by imposing tariffs on other countries, like Canada, Mexico, China, other countries as well. But right now, here's the issue. Canada, we've been using free trade for decades. But Canada, who is imposing tariffs on the United States, that's the concern. Okay? And a lot of people say that we can't be doing this. We cannot impose a tariff on Canada. Yeah, we can. Canada, according to a report recently, says that the tariffs for the United States imposed to the U.S. Milk is at 270%, cheese 245%, butter 298%, chicken 238%, sausage 69.9%, barley seed 57.8%, bovine and meat 26.5%, cars 25% tariff, HVAC 45% tariff, vacuums 35%, cable boxes 35%, TVs 45% tariff, steel 25%, aluminum 45%, and copper 48%. Those are the tariffs that Canada is hitting the U.S. with. But when the United States says, hey, we're going to reciprocate, we're going to do the same thing back to you, not on everything, but on certain things. And then Canada says, oh, no, we can't do that. It's because now the United States is sticking up for ourselves. We are trying to build a better country for us, not for us and Canada and Mexico. We have to look after us first.
And you can't go by that. You have to do what's right. What we're doing is we're building a tremendous foundation for the future. Tremendous foundation. Everything's been taken away. We don't make ships anymore. We don't, you just saw one of the biggest shipbuilders in the world, one of the biggest shipping people in the whole world.
In the Oval Office with you.
In the Oval Office. He's announcing a $20 billion investment in the United States, which he would have never done except for this. But look at this. Honda, Toyota, they're all coming in. You take a look at what's happening. The chip maker, the greatest chipper, Mr. Wei, the biggest in the world by far, is going to spend $200 billion on making a massive plant to make chips.
So that's your message? Build it here?
Build it here, there's no tariff.
Yeah. The public companies want to make sure that we have clarity. After April 2nd, when those reciprocal tariffs go in, is that it? Are you going to change anything after that? Will we have clarity?
You'll have a lot, but we may go up with some tariffs. It depends. We may go up. I don't think we'll go down, but we may go up.
Right there. So, as of April 2nd, there will be reciprocal tariffs. Now, he was specifically asked, is that it? He said no. He said that we may go up, right? Probably won't go down, but we may go up. This right here isn't clarity. Yeah, it's a little bit. Okay, and I'm not going to play the rest of this clip, but he goes on and says that, sometimes companies are just using that as a soundbite. That's it, right? They say there's no clarity, but there is. Honestly, right now, for many companies, there is not enough clarity for them to continue hiring. there's more certainty for layoffs than there is for mass hirings. And so with that said, right now, a recession is imminent. How long that recession lasts, we don't know. How deep it's going to be, again, we don't know. But based off what every economist is saying, based off what the Atlanta Fed is saying, we are headed towards a recession. Now, President Trump says, yes, this is a transition, okay? But the transition is going to look the exact same as a recession. But when does it happen? That we don't know. But I just wanted to share this with you because as of right now, President Trump is being very clear with what he wants. He's not trying to just make the stock market happy. He's definitely not making other countries happy. But what he's doing is looking after the U.S. first. So, we'll see what happens. But as we get more and more of these updates, I promise I'll bring you all the latest news and updates as soon as we get them. So again, thank you guys for watching. Consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys on the next one.